Wow. Well, Donald Trump's taxes are once again at the center of political debate. The New York Times is reporting that Donald Trump's business losses in 1995 were so large they could have allowed him to avoid paying federal income taxes for as many as 18 years. The Times says it anonymously obtained tax documents showing Trump declared a nearly $1 billion loss in 1995. Experts say the loss could have allowed Trump to legally avoid paying federal income taxes for 18 years. Now, this morning, Donald Trump tweeted, "I know our complex tax laws better than anyone who has ever run for president, and am the only one who can fix them." Hashtag failing New York Times. Well, Pat?
Well, here it is right away. Donald Trump is in it again, as something is happening every single day. Number one, this is legal, he is pointing out, and
Absolutely.
he's not denying this. And that's also really important. The only responses that he is giving is not denying it, saying, and he has said many, many times, that makes me smart. I know the tax system, and I'll change it in the future.
Right. I actually think this could help Donald Trump, especially
Wow,
shore up.
really?
Absolutely, because I think when people say that line about "I'm smart," he's not denying it. I think he's going to double down on this. If he was really smart, I think he would release the tax returns, which probably show he paid no federal income taxes for years beyond those 18 years. And I think that for his supporters, this is going to be just an affirmation that, yes, he is smart.
It's really interesting because there's an irony here, there's a disconnect here. What about the plumbers and the carpenters and the stay-at-home moms who have to pay taxes? What about that?
The system's rigged.
It's legal, so is he going to change it so that all of those people are better? I don't see how this helps him. I just don't.
I think it can shore up his support. You've got all kinds of dynamics playing here. I don't think it's going to hurt him as much as everybody says it is.
Well, because he gets out there and he says, in fact, that I know the system and I will help you, he can say it over and over and over again, even though there's not really a plan to do this.
Yeah. And how is he going to help?
There's no plan.
How is he going to fix it?
So this is remarkable, a $900 million loss, and he doesn't have to pay taxes. And this is all reports, and none of this is verified yet, but it seems very credible, and he's not denying it. $50 million a year this has saved him in taxes, every single year.
It's perfectly legal. It's
yes,
our
it is.
system, and I think, how is he going to fix it? I think that's the question.
I think you're right.
But I don't think this is going to hurt him amongst his core supporters. And I think it's going to...
Well, you're right about that. Remember, he said, I could walk down the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone, and I still wouldn't lose them. I think you're right. It won't lose him support among his critical supporters. People on the fence might have an effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, women played an important role in the last presidential election. They made up more than half of all of the voters. This year, both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are pushing policies that would benefit single women and working mothers. Here's a new ad from the Trump campaign.
The most important job any woman can have is being a mother, and it shouldn't mean taking a pay cut. I'm Ivanka Trump, a mother, a wife, and an entrepreneur. Donald Trump understands the needs of a modern workforce. My father will change outdated labor laws so that they support women and American families. He will provide tax credits for childcare, paid maternity leave, and dependent care savings accounts. This will allow women to support their families and further their careers.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Well, I think this will be kind of an interesting ad. Setting aside for the moment the debate over who actually gets covered, who's going to pay for this, it is a sign the Trump campaign takes seriously the political role of voting women. Esme, does this help?
I think this is his attempt to try and appeal to women voters in a week where he has had a disastrous week with women voters. The references to Alicia Machado, who now we all know was the former Miss Universe, that he claims gained so much weight. You don't fat shame people. There's not a woman alive from 9 to 90 who at some point in her life has not worried about the way they look and how much they weigh.
Because of what men say to them,
right,
in many cases in society.
Right, and I think the references to weight in that debate, there was also a bizarre reference to a 400-pound person perhaps hacking into the DNC sitting on their bed. He seems obsessed with weight. The irony is the man's overweight.
Yeah, so I don't know any woman of any age, any place, anywhere who thinks this is okay. I do think this might have an effect on it, but again, Donald Trump supporters, as we've said many times, don't seem to move away from this stuff. They'll support him.
Right, and what's extraordinary here, this is also all occurring at a time when Donald Trump is vowing to make the Clinton marriage a central part of his campaign, fraught with potential trouble, but
Right.
they're also going back to Arkansas. There is an involvement of Hillary Clinton in which she assisted to make sure that these rumors, these stories
About Bill.
of his dalliances would not be public.
So is this okay? You go down this road where the campaign is going to go after Hillary Clinton for what happened with Bill Clinton. Is that okay? That they say that she smeared the women?
That's not okay to go after her, but it is okay. There is room. I was a reporter that covered Arkansas politics in another lifetime. There is room here for what role she had in perhaps covering up or getting these women not to share their stories. That's a legitimate story, and it was around Arkansas, and it's been around the Clintons for decades.
All right,
Carl
so-
Bernstein has addressed this in his book.
Real quickly
about
then, go down to
Hillary Clinton.
the college-educated white women that he's trying to get. Does he get them?
No.
All right.
No, I
so
don't.
there it is. I mean, how do you do
No.
it? So there you are.
All right. Well, this Tuesday, the vice presidential candidates will get their turn to win your vote. CBS News hosts the debate between Mike Pence and Tim Kaine. That starts at 8 o'clock right here on Channel 4 on Tuesday. We'll be